kind of hard making commentary in this series right now. The only thing that's really wholesome in this whole series is really just the dog. And I guess I am a little bit happy seeing that JIWOOK is finally starting to look normal again. If you look at his lips, it's finally back to its normal hue of pink. And that small detail is already enough to make me happy at this point. The other things are just so depressing in this series. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my social media at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this episode will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the special chapter 16 of Even If You Don't Love Me. I would just like to say a correction. This is not a special chapter. This is the second season of Even If You Don't Love Me. Sorry. Anyway, Seung Eon to JIWOOK at this point of this series. Seung Eon just keeps saying like JIWOOK looks really unsightly to look at. But then again, when JIWOOK is not looking, Seung Eon is just beating himself up. I'm still a little bit terrified because it still looks like JIWOOK is still very malnourished in this series. Sometimes when you see him go topless, you can see the rib cage on the side of his body, so that's still a little bit terrifying how malnourished he looks. I hope like he starts looking more healthy from now on. I do agree though that I think he does need a service dog for some sort of therapy, maybe more therapy, maybe a lot of therapy, because there's really a lot of things going on in this series, you know. And I don't know, maybe therapy. I don't know. Seung Eon still is not taking any responsibility for what he did to JIWOOK, and that also bothers me a lot. Every time I see JIWOOK being skin and bones, it just reminds me that I wish, like, I am thankful that Seung Eon is taking care and protecting JIWOOK, but a part of me also thinks like the things that going on with JIWOOK sort of also his fault. Not the whole poverty thing, but you know, the things that he has done behind closed doors to JIWOOK that I wish like he would just own up to and stop being silly and just tell what he really feels about the guy, you know. Right now JIWOOK is still working day and night to pay off his debt, but not as hard as he used to when he was paying off the debt with the gangster looking dude. With Seung Eon, at least we know he's getting proper sleep, proper food, even though refusing majority of the time, but at least he's not in any harmful situation. It's just Seung Eon being really nasty every now and then. Right now they're in the situation where they should just really how do I say this? They should really just spend more time together at night. If JIWOOK is still scared of sleeping alone, they should just sleep together rather than letting JIWOOK sleep all on his own. Seung Eon already knows that he's terrified. I don't know why he insists of letting JIWOOK sleep with the dog. But then again, I guess he's trying to say like he's not interested in Jiwook anymore, so maybe that's why he's putting up that border, but still, it's just silly if you ask me. Sometimes I kind of feel like if Sungyeon really cared, like really cared, you know, I wish like he would just make this whole living situation more bearable for Jiwook. He already knows he's very prideful. I don't know why he's so surprised that he doesn't want to accept any kind of help from him. He should just make adjustments on his own rather than punishing him. Like, I kind of feel like Jiwook is right that he's kind of like being punished. Like, he's not allowed to go anywhere. It kind of is like a prison for him. And it's really making it really impossible for them to trust one another. But at the same time, I also understand Sungyeon's point of view that Jiwook has run away from him several times. And yes, it pained him a lot in a lot of ways that we will never know because he doesn't really talk much about it. But we all know that he does care in his own way. Like, Sungyeon really does love Jiwook in his own way, wicked way. There's no one in that earth that's more important to Sungyeon than Jiwook. It's just really sad to see them, you know, causing pain to each other. One is emotionally in pain and the other one is physically in pain. But I just wish this series would come to the point where they're really talking at least about their pains and suffering so that they can just go over this whole hump that they're in. Like, it's so obvious that they love each other. They still love each other. They're just having a hard time communicating, really. Sungyeon also has every right to feel hurt. But I'm still not saying that everything Sungyeon did was right. Especially the hurting and the violations towards Jiwook. This is torturing for both of them. You know, the conditions that they set for each other, it's just pure torture. Especially since we as viewers know that they really do love each other. It seems like neither one of them has ever stopped thinking about each other. The situation would make everyone go angry. If you were in their situation, either Jiwook or Sungyeon's situation, you would also feel their agony or pain, right? The first time, just thinking about like again, like the first time that Jiwook ran away, never stopped looking for him. He actually found him, right? That's why on the second time that Jiwook ran away, like, he did all those violations towards him. But this time, the third time, he just gave up. That's when Sungyeon really says, like, maybe he doesn't need me. Maybe he's gonna be fine on his own, so just let him be. But then again, Sungyeon also knows Jiwook's family and financial situation to begin with, ever since they were in high school. Yet Sungyeon is still always angry at Jiwook. Like, they really should just sit down and talk. I think that's really the best for the two of them, rather than this whole avoiding thing that they're doing this past couple of chapters. There's really nothing else I can say about this series, because some of them is really hard to talk about. Other things are pretty much repetitive. They really haven't moved much this past couple of chapters. And I feel like sometimes, like, I'm a broken record. Like, I'm trying to be very unbiased towards Sungyeon and towards Jiwook. I find both faults and goodness in whatever they're doing right now, you know? It's just the wait until they can finally get over this miscommunication that they have is just so long. Anyway, rather than me keeping you guys here, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me in my Discord channel. I'd love to hear back from you. And please consider supporting the show by donating as little as 99 cents through www.zealedfujoshi.xyz. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.